Okay, so the World Generation Guide overview, which was done by Octostorix with my help on the screenshot. So he forgot to draw the arrow, so I will draw them for you and explaining why you should go where and where you shouldn't go. So let me get back to the beginning. Exit. So this is a guide. So World Generation Remnant does not cover any dungeon. Yeah, dungeon is really hard. We will need a lot of screenshots, so it's not for now. So if any part that's too vague or difficult to understand, you can try to return us to stories or ask on our Discord. Okay, so this is not containing DLC, it's for New Game and New Game Plus, no DLC. Okay, so Hearth 1. So Hearth 1 is pretty singular. We will see why in a sec. So I will go map by map and explain differences on the fly. So let's go with this F1 one hilly side. So on F1 you always start here. So here it's blocked, so we want to go this way, and then when we come here it's usually always, when you have two paths on the first choice, it's always a longer path. So here we'll go here, so this is the wrong path. Okay, now you spawn here close to the checkpoint and it's a single way out. Okay, next one. Another hilly side, same as before, you spawn here, you get the drifter set, and then you run here. The nice thing about this map is you can see the exit. Like you can, I suck at drawing, but like here, when you're here, you can see both way. So you kinda know that you have to go here because it's a longer path. Here is just too short and you can saw it, so you don't lose any time. You don't have to 50-50 or anything. You just go for the longer path. Okay, one late side. Okay, you spawn here. Blah 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 blah. So here on the first half you don't have any choice. The choice will come after the first bosses. So then we spawn here, and same as always, you have two choices, always the longer one. So we go here, and here is a nice map too, because you can you can see that you can see from here that there is you can see the end, so you can directly go to the next one. Okay, let me reset that. Okay, another left side. So we spawn here, no choice, we go right to the end, then we spawn here, and same as before, you have two choice, always the longer one, so this is here, and same, here you should, on this position, you should see the bus, which is right here, or you can almost see the hand when you are like here, so it shouldn't be a problem to you. You don't have to gamble anything. Exit please. Okay. On Earth 2, F2 is always the same layout, almost, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue. So here you spawn here and you have two choice, up or forward. Both give you in the same spot, so you have to guess which is faster. So since you spawn here, you can, when you are about here, you can see if it's a good tiles or not. If it's a good tile, you can go top. If it's a bad tile, then you go bottom, then up and to the checkpoint. And from the checkpoint, it's always to the end. There is no pitch here. So side dungeon here, no. It's always this pattern. Just the tile change, so it's one, like we will see right in the next screenshots. Yeah, something. You spawn about here, then you have to choose up or forward, then you get to this point, then checkpoint and the end. Side dungeon we don't care a single time about. It will always be that setup. Just the tile, like here. Wait, let me reset. So here here, and here. Like this first point can be very, very different, and you have to choose which will be optimum. So when you get about here, you have to know if you go top or forward. Usually I like to go up and right, but it's personal preference. So usually I will almost always do that. But going on the bottom is fine too. You don't lose any time, basically. So into ROM. So for Earth, let me recap a bit. On F1, there is one tricky thing. It's always a longer path. So either you have to choose, either you have to choose on your first, right at the beginning. So here we always go long, and the short path is always the bad one. So either you have the choice at the beginning or after the first boss, what it's called late side here. And no choice, and then you have a choice, and it's always the longer one. Okay, now into ROM, and if 2 is always the same. Almost. Okay, if 1. If ROM, what am I saying? ROM 1. ROM is also always the same. And when I say always, it's always the only area that change in ROM is here and here. These are the only two areas that change. The rest is scripted. It's always the same. So we will spawn about here. We need to do all the ways into here. So it's always right, right. So right, 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 and then left, left. 3 right, 2 left. So there is 2 examples why, because you see the tile in the middle have changed. So here we have what we call the tower, and here we have the dog, and it's closed. Here it's closed. You cannot cross. So you will do something like that, same as before, exact same direction, almost exact same layout. So nothing to worry about here. When you know it, you know it. Then ROM 2. So ROM 2 is a little bit, I won't say tricky because it's always the same as well, but it's always forward and left. Because here is a side dungeon we do not want to go. Same, just below, right, forward, left, and here you can see on the middle of the screen here and here, you recognize it. It's the tower and the dog and tower. So when you have, let me go back to ROM 1 for a sec. Like when on ROM 1 you have tower, on ROM 2 you will have dog, and if on ROM 1 you have dog, on ROM 2 you will have tower. That is all. It do not serve anything. It's pretty useless to know that, but you know it. So up, left, on both thing. We want to go here on both case. The top is the side dungeon we do not want to go. So now into Yesha. Into Yesha 1. So it's a connecting path. So on Yesha you have also two ways to do it. I will always go for the safe, because I don't want to lose my run at that point. So the safe is always go forward until you reach an area. Usually the checkpoint is just near it, and then bottom left, bottom and left. But sometimes when you have this pattern, which is really hard to recognize, you can go just below because the path connects. But sometimes the path won't connect, so it's really risky. It's like a gamble if you want to get like 10 seconds save or something. But it's really risky. Another connecting path, yes. We are on Aisha 1. Create. So here you can see as well, if you go forward, then down and left, you will find the exit. Here we have a side dungeon we do not want to go to, obviously. But you can also go right down and into the exit. So you have two ways, but watch what we will see just after. Like, once you wanna go straight forward, bottom, and left. The exit will always be on this spot, on the bottom right for the map. So yeah, into the next example. Oh, he did not. Okay, so he did not have the screenshot, but okay, let me just. Sometimes the layouts just go boom, 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 and then this area here it's cut. So if you go below, then you're getting cut here, so you're fucked basically. You have to reset or go back and you lose way too much time. It's like so example like 3. Okay, into Yaisha 2. So Yaisha 2, actually there is a little trick which make him almost always the same. I mean in global direction. So clear that. Okay, so we spawn right here. This is our spawn point. And usually about here, we will see on the other question, there is a side dungeon. So what you want to do is find a door, because here, on this point, there is a door, and you want to find it. So you hug the wall until you find a door, and when you find the door, it's always top right. Always, always, always. By that point, it's always top right. So you start here, you basically hug the wall, you find the door, and then top right. The other is when you come out of the boss, and it's always the same. It's like checkpoint and boss. Like there is a wall area like here, like something, and the door is like here. So, but it's always the same. So no worries about this. The most important thing is here you wanna find the door, and when you find the door, is up. Wait. So find the door, and when you find the door, it's up, and you go to the end. Another example, which is like this time we have the side dungeon here. So always you want to stick to the right on the minimap. Here you find the door, and when you find the door, straight up to the end. And when you go out from the other side, it's always the same. Okay, and oh, this is already the end. So okay, so let's recap very fast. So Earth 1, you have hilly and left side. Hilly side or left side. When you have to choose an direction, you always want to go for the long one, and when both seems same length, it's 50-50. Good luck. It happens sometimes. Like you have the same here, like up, and it's just 50-50, and it's kind of dumb. Luckily for us, it's early in the run, but it's kind of fucked. So up long side, then straight to the end. Same here, but left side, so it's in the other side, so straightforward here. Then when you come here, if you can see the end, some here it's just the other direction. So in this case, the long path, another left side, so you go about here, and then here, and then long side. On Earth 2, always the same. Always, it's this square here, and then checkpoint, end. Always the same. Stop or bottom path, whatever you take, no problem at all. Same here as before. Top or bottom, it's the same. Then for ROM 1, always same direction. The only thing that change is the big change is the middle, so don't get lost by the middle. You do not care about it, so we cross the little town and we go straight to the end. It will always be this layout. And I forgot to mention, but this is when you kill the rhombus. So you get out from here and you just want to go to the Undying King. So straightforward, you cannot be lost here as well. On Rom 2, you just want to be attentive. It's always the same. Like literally, you can see it on both screens. It's almost the same. Just go to the left. Stick to the left and you cannot get lost. You will always end up in the right spot. Into Yaisha 1, as I talked about it, it's if you want to be safe, it's straightforward until you reach the checkpoint, then bottom right or in-game bottom left. Same here. And if you want to gamble, you can always gamble and take the other path, which might be a little bit quicker, but way too risky if there is a cut here. Into Yaisha 2, as I said, this one can be really tricky for beginners, so you wanna stick to the wall until you find the door. When you find the door, it's always top right. Always, always, always. The little door here, which blocks you from accessing checkpoint, and when you come back from the other side after the boss, it's straightforward. And I guess that's it's all. Hopefully it will help you. I hope so, and see ya.